or worst case, or better still, work with a cake that is well frozen. So that your cake doesn't crack or collapse whilst doing this. So I've cut this all the way to the bottom side. So I'm gonna see. Can you see that? So I'm very aware that this is going to fit in all of the money I'm going to be using as a roll. So at this point, what I'm going to do is create the mark and then I'm trying to remove it as carefully as possible. Okay, this is the money that's going to go into this cake. So already behind camera, to save up some time, I already prepared this. So basically what I did was just to, this particular pack comes with this this film nylons. So all you need to do is insert the currency into it and then seal it up, and then just have your sellotape or glue gum or something to create a long thread like this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just try to roll this out in circular motion, because that is how it's going to come out when the client is ready to unveil their surprise. So I'm doing this very quickly, as quickly as possible. See, so I would then go ahead to add it into the money box. Okay, and the money box comes with a cover that already has the indented, so I'm not going to be putting everything in. So this is it. This is the cover that comes with it. So what I'm going to be doing is to pass this through, and then it looks just like this, and then I'm going to close it up very firmly to get the clicking sound. This is just to illustrate how it's going to come out, because I'm not going to be pulling it out when I'm done decorating the cake. So I'm just remaking it now, just because I'd already shown you all how it's going to come out from the cake. I will be adding this, right, to close it up, so it helps it to stay in place, because at the point when I'm going to be adding the topper into it, it's going to be resting on this, as well as the message that's going to go, so that when you pull it out, it just goes like this out. So now at this point, I'm going to be going ahead to get this cake back into structure. Okay, remember this was what I cut out, so I'm just going to simply put this in, as you can see. I'm trying to crumple the cake now. Okay, so I simply don't like crumpling the cake too thickly, because of the fact that it's going to still have some final layer, but I'm doing it anyway. And after I'm done with this step, I'm going to be throwing this into the freezer for about 30 minutes so that it can firm up nicely. You can see how the money is seeping out. I put that in before I now try to arrange the cake layers. And at this point, I'm going to be working with the final coating when this is setting up, like 30 minutes, after which would finish up the cake nicely. So just keep watching. Put a bit on top. At this point, I'm done composing the cake, and I'll be putting it into the freezer for about 30 minutes at the minimum. It can be longer depending on the intensity of your freezer. Till it is firm enough to be able to take on the second cream coming in after. And I'll be back shortly. So it's been about 45 minutes since I kept the crumb coated cake in the freezer, and we're going to continue with the final coating now. Now take a look at how black the cream is now. I told you that at the time that I'm ready, it will give me that darker shade that I want. Now that said, it is very stable and ready to use. So first thing I'm going to be doing before covering the cake is to get started with the melting of the chocolate that I'm going to be using to drip around the sides of the cake. Okay, so for this particular cake, I'm going to be coloring this white compound chocolate in pink. All right, so how I'm going to do it is what I'm going to show you now. So I'm just going to be using my melting pot. Now if you don't have access to a melting pot, that's just fine. You can always use the double boiler style, which is simply by putting a smaller pot on the fire on with medium heat, and then placing a bigger aluminum plate, most preferably, over it, so that the water doesn't touch the bottom side of the pot. All it does is just the steam from the water would melt the chocolate, because white chocolate specifically is very tricky to melt, and if you don't get it right, you just end up with a clump of chocolate that would seize because of too much heat that is, you know, touching it. So what I'm going to be doing today is the same process, but this time around I'm using this melting pot. This is a 2-cavity melting pot. We have the 1 cavity as well, and this is sold in baking stores around. So I'm just going to preheat it, all right, by putting it on the second speed, because I want it to really melt fast. But by the time I'm done melting it, I can always reduce to the mark of 1, so that it would not burn. So what I'm doing now is to wait a bit whilst I'm working on the cake. So I will just give it an occasional, mixing. And another advisable thing is for you to cut them into bits like this, so that the heat can seep into easily and it can melt faster than it will be if you add the blocks. Once I'm done melting it and it gets to the liquid state or the melted state, I'll be using my vegetable fat, also known as Crisco, a bit of it, to thin it out. Once I do that, that's until then will I now add this ruby pink food color. Now it could be any color of your choice, but just know that you start a little so that you don't add up too much and need more chocolate to lighten the color. So I'm going to be using the ruby pink, so that's going to contrast nicely with the black color of the cream. So let's just go now. I didn't turn this on because it's empty, so I'm working only with this. It's already getting heated. Just a quick stop to check on the white chocolate, and it's melting nicely, so I can focus on this one now. So I would get my palette knife now, and every time I want to decorate a cake, what I always start with decorating is the surface, all right, the top cake. And then we go like this. Don't forget I said in the back and forth sweep, just as I am doing now. You all can see how stable this cream is, right? It's only a good whipped cream product that can give you this result. All right. Okay.